My name is Sarah. I'm 42 years old. I had everything in my life: a beautiful home, a loving husband, and a little daughter I would do anything for. But you know what's the worst thing? When the people you trusted your entire life betray you. My husband's name was Mark. We were married for 15 years. We built that house together. Every brick had my hard work in it, my money, my dreams. I was a graphic designer. I worked from home so I could take care of my daughter, Emma. Mark was a sales manager. He made good money. But the down payment for that house came from my savings, from my parents' inheritance. Everything was going fine, or at least I thought it was going fine. Then one night, everything changed. Emma was asleep. I was making coffee in the kitchen. Mark was in his study. His laptop was open. His phone was ringing again and again. I thought maybe it was an important call. I went to get his phone. There was a name on the screen I'd never seen before: Melissa. My hands started shaking. I don't know why, but my heart told me something was wrong. I picked up that phone, opened the messages, and what I saw, it shattered my world. Baby, I can't wait to move into our house. You promised it'll be mine soon. I couldn't breathe. Our house? Mine? I scrolled down. And the messages, those messages, brought tears to my eyes. Mark had replied, "Don't worry. Sarah doesn't know anything. The house is in my name now. I transferred it last month. Once the divorce is done, she'll be out. You and I will start fresh." The phone fell from my hands. Divorce? The house? In his name? I never signed anything. How? Everything was spinning in my head. I trusted him. I let him handle all the documents: property taxes, insurance, everything. I never thought he could betray me like this. I sat down right there on the kitchen floor. I wanted to cry, but I was controlling myself. Emma was sleeping upstairs. I didn't want to disturb her. Mark came out of the study. He saw me on the floor. His phone was in his hand. "Sarah, are you okay?" I looked at him. That face I loved. Those eyes where I saw my future. It was all a lie. "Who is Melissa?" I asked. My voice was completely calm. His face turned white. "Sarah, I I can explain." "Explain what?" "That you're having an affair? That you stole my house? That you plan to throw me and Emma out on the street?" He tried to come closer. I stood up. Don't you dare touch me. "Look, it's not what you think. Melissa is just what? Your girlfriend? Your future wife? The woman you promised my house to?" He went quiet. His silence told me everything. That night I didn't sleep. I sat in Emma's room watching her sleep, my innocent baby. She had no idea her father was planning to destroy our lives. The next morning, Mark acted like nothing happened. He made breakfast, smiled at Emma, kissed her goodbye before leaving for work. I felt sick watching him, but I didn't say anything. I smiled. I played along. Because I knew if I showed him I was broken, he would win. I waited for him to leave. Then I called my best friend Jennifer. She was a lawyer. "Jen, I need your help. Mark is trying to steal my house." She came over immediately. I showed her everything: the messages, the timeline, everything. "Sarah, this is fraud. If he transferred the house without your consent, we can fight this." "But how did he do it?" "I never signed anything." Jennifer looked at the property records online. Her face got serious. "He forged your signature. Look at this transfer document. That's not your signature, is it?" I looked closely. It was similar, but not exact. He had practiced it, planned it. "That bastard," Jennifer said. "He's been planning this for months." Before I tell you how I exposed Mark's entire plan and took back what was mine, hit subscribe and like this video. Because when he realized I knew everything and had evidence, his reaction was absolutely priceless. Jennifer explained everything to me. If we could prove the signature was forged, The transfer would be invalid. The house would still be legally mine, but we need to be smart, she said. If Mark knows we're onto him, he might destroy evidence or try something else. So what do? We gather everything, every text message, every email, every document, and then we hit him with a lawsuit he'll never forget. I spent the next few days acting completely normal. I smiled at Mark, cooked his favorite meals, pretended like that night never happened, but inside, I was planning everything. I hired a handwriting expert. He compared my real signature with the forged one on the transfer documents. He confirmed it was fake. I collected every financial record, every bank statement showing my inheritance money used for the down payment, every receipt proving I paid for renovations and repairs. Jennifer filed a motion to freeze the property. Mark couldn't sell it or do anything with it until the court decided. Then one evening I was ready. Mark came home from work. Emma was at my mother's house for the weekend. It was just him and me. Mark, we need to talk. He looked nervous. About what? About Melissa, about the house, about your plan to destroy our family. His face changed. Sarah, I told you. You told me nothing, but I know everything now. I put a folder on the table. Inside was everything: the messages, the forged signature report, the financial records, the legal motion. You tried to steal my house. You forged my signature. You planned to leave me and Emma with nothing. He opened the folder. His hands were shaking. Sarah, please, let me explain. There's nothing to explain. You're a thief and a liar. I made a mistake. Melissa, she means nothing. Um, I I was confused. I love you. I love Emma. You love us? You were planning to throw us out of our own home? He got down on his knees. Actually got on his knees. Please, Sarah, don't do this. We can work it out. I'll end things with Melissa. We can go to counseling. Please. I looked at him. This man I spent 15 years with. This man I trusted with everything. You know what hurts the most, Mark? It's not the affair. It's not even the house. It's that you looked at our daughter's face every morning and still planned to destroy her life. I never wanted to hurt Emma. I swear. But you did. You hurt both of us. I handed him another paper, divorce papers. Jennifer will represent me. The house stays with me because it was bought with my money and you committed fraud. You'll pay child support. And you'll never see Emma without supervision until she's old enough to decide for herself. Sarah, no, please. Don't take my daughter away from me. You did this to yourself. He tried to grab my hand. I pulled away. I have security cameras installed now. Jennifer advised me to, so don't try anything stupid. He looked around. Sure enough, there were small cameras in the corners. You planned this? You've been planning this? Just like you planned to steal my house. Difference is, my plan is legal. Mark stood up. His face was red with anger. You think you're so smart? You think you can just kick me out? I don't think. I know, because unlike you, I have the law on my side. He grabbed his jacket and walked toward the door. This isn't over, Sarah. Yes, it is. Your lawyer will receive the papers tomorrow. Oh, and Mark, you might want to tell Melissa that the house she was dreaming about, she'll never live there. He slammed the door. I sat down on the couch. My hands were shaking, but I felt something I hadn't felt in weeks. Power, control, strength. The legal battle took months. Mark hired an expensive lawyer. He tried to claim the house was marital property and should be split. But Jennifer was better. She presented all the evidence, the forged signature, the proof that my inheritance paid for the house, the messages proving his intent to commit fraud. The judge looked at Mark with disgust. Mr. Anderson, you not only betrayed your wife, you committed fraud. The house belongs to Mrs. Anderson. You have no claim to it. Mark's lawyer tried to argue, but it was useless. Furthermore, the judge continued, you will pay $3,000 monthly in child support. You will have supervised visitation with your daughter until she turns 16, and you will pay Mrs. Anderson's legal fees. Mark looked like he'd been punched. His face was pale. His hands were gripping the table. Melissa was sitting in the back of the courtroom. When she heard the verdict, she got up and left. Didn't even look at Mark. Guess she didn't want him when he had nothing to offer. After the hearing, Mark tried to talk to me in the hallway. Sarah, please, can we talk? There's nothing to talk about. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I made the biggest mistake of my life. Yes, you did. I lost everything. Melissa left me. I can barely afford my apartment. My daughter won't even talk to me. I looked at him. Really looked at him. This broken man in front of me. You didn't lose everything, Mark. You threw it away. You had a family who loved you, a home, a life, and you destroyed it all for someone who didn't even want you when things got hard. I know. I messed up. Is there any way you can forgive me? Forgive you, Mark? You tried to make me and Emma homeless. You stole from us. You lied to us for months. I was stupid. I was selfish, but I loved you. I still love you. You don't love me. You never did. Because if you loved me, you would never have done what you did. He started crying, actually crying right there in the courthouse hallway. I ruined everything. I see that now. I just want my family back. Your family moved on. Emma is happy now. She's doing great in school. She has friends. She's healing. Does she hate me? She's confused. She doesn't understand why her daddy doesn't live with us anymore, but she will understand one day. And when she does, you'll have to explain it to her. Not me. Mark wiped his tears. I wish I could go back. I, uh, I wish I could undo everything, but you can't. Um, that's the thing about betrayal, Mark. Once it's done, it can't be undone. The trust is broken forever. He nodded slowly. I deserve this. I deserve all of it. Yes, you do. I walked away, left him standing there alone. A few months passed. Emma and I built a new life. I redecorated the house, painted the walls, changed the furniture, made it ours again. My business was growing. I got new clients, started making more money than I ever did before. Emma was thriving. She joined art classes, made new friends. Her smile came back. One day, Mark called. He wanted to see Emma. It was his scheduled visitation day. I took her to the supervised visitation center. Mark was waiting there. When Emma saw him, she ran to him. She still loved her daddy, despite everything. I watched them play together for an hour. Mark looked different, thinner, tired, older. When the visit was over, Emma hugged him goodbye. Mark walked over to me. Thank you for bringing her. I'm doing it for Emma, not for you. I know, Sarah, I need to tell you something. I waited. I went to therapy. I'm trying to understand why I did what I did, why I was so stupid. Good for you. I also I also wrote you a letter. I don't expect you to read it now or ever, but I wanted to give it to you. He handed me an envelope. What is it? An apology. A real one. Not because I want something from you, but because you deserve to hear it. I took the letter. I know I can never fix what I broke, he continued. I know you'll never trust me again, but I need you to know that I regret everything. Every lie, every betrayal, every moment I hurt you and Emma. I looked at him. This man who once was my everything. Mark, your apology doesn't change what happened. It doesn't erase the pain. It doesn't rebuild the trust. I know, but I hope you learn from this. I hope you become a better person. Not for me, but for Emma. She deserves a father who's honest and kind. He nodded. Tears were in his eyes again. I'll try. I promise, I'll try. I left with Emma. We went home, our home. That night, after Emma was asleep, I opened Mark's letter. It was long, pages and pages of apologies and regrets. He wrote about how he met Melissa at work, how the affair started, how he convinced himself he deserved more, how he justified his actions. He wrote about the moment he decided to transfer the house, how he practiced my signature for weeks, how he felt guilty but did it anyway. He wrote about losing everything, how Melissa left him immediately after the trial, how his friends stopped talking to him, how his family was disappointed in him. And at the end, he wrote, Sarah, you were the best thing that ever happened to me. You were kind, loving, and strong. You gave me a beautiful daughter. You built a home with me, and I destroyed it all because of my own selfishness and stupidity. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it. But I need you to know that my biggest regret is losing you and Emma, not the house, not the money. You, I lost the person who truly loved me, and I will regret it for the rest of my life. I folded the letter and put it away. Did I forgive him? No. Some betrayals are too deep to forgive, but I moved on. I healed, I became stronger, my daughter was happy, my business was successful, my life was better without him. And Mark, he learned the hardest lesson of his life, that when you betray the people who love you, you lose everything that matters. He tried to steal my home, but in the end, I took back my power, my dignity, my life, and that was the sweetest revenge of all.